welcome to the garden. Today I've got an update for you on our stacking jade, or Crassula perforata. You'll notice some of these leaves are actually a little bit red, and that happens in early spring because of increased sun exposure. But it's nothing to worry about. We just want to make sure they don't turn brown or black. That can mean they're getting sunburned. The plants without any red leaves get a little bit less sun. This is one of the first succulents I had in my collection, and it's still one of my favorites. It's just so easy to grow and so easy to propagate. I actually had to stop propagating them because I ran out of space. Look at that beautiful symmetry. And I love how they grow vertically. So I'm going to cut them down probably about here, and we can propagate all of these stems. So we'll make our cuts just at the same height or thereabouts, just like this, nice and quick. And these cut tops will likely send out new growth. They might even fork and send out 2 new points of growth. And these stem segments are even a little bit long. I like to have about 3 or 4 inch segments. So I'm going to cut these in half. And these crowns, or rosettes, make the best cuttings. Once they send out roots, they can continue to just keep growing. The middle segments will have to create new crowns. They might sprout anywhere along the stem. And we could probably just plant these out as is, but I'm going to strip a few of these bottom leaves. Someone recently asked about my leaf cuttings, and with this plant, you kind of want to tear these in half, just like that. These can heal, and then you want to set them out onto some soil. But honestly, they take so long, and I've really had bad luck with these. And since they grow so quickly, I think it's always better to take stem cuttings. So we'll just prepare these by stripping maybe 2 or 3 of those bottom leaf sets. That'll just give us some stem to plant out. Otherwise, these will rot under the soil. These stems are nice and woody, so they're pretty tough. But if your stems are thinner, you want to be really delicate, because you can actually break that stem when you're trying to remove the leaves. But with these tops, I'll simply just push them all down like that. And we'll keep the leaf cuttings just for fun, but really I'm just after the stem cuttings. Look at this one. It's already got 2 crowns. That's so cool. We need to do the same thing with our middle segments. It's important to keep them upright. You should be able to tell by the shape of the leaf. Sometimes they'll kind of bend up like this. Other times they will bend down. But generally, the underside of the leaf is fairly pale, whereas the top is fairly dark. But we'll strip the bottom leaves again. Here's a great example of how the sun can turn the leaves red. You'll see on the left, the sunny side, they're dark red. But on the right side, the shady side, they're nice and green. So I'm actually going to redo this container. These plants are just kind of all over the place. Some of them are forking down here, others are forking up here. So I'm going to dump these out. Not sure what we're going to do with those yet. We might repot them or prune them or something, but I want to start fresh. So I've got some of our succulent potting mix here. Just a nice cheap potting soil with perlite for extra drainage. Looks like we're a little low, so we'll just borrow some from this container. Perfectly fine to reuse your potting soil. Now these ones are probably a little bit dry, which is why those leaves are so thin. So if I do repot these, I want to increase the amount of water I give them. Hello, little guy. Got a little bee checking out our succulents. This is the first time I've taken them outside all year. Little buddy. Planting these is so simple. because we stripped the leaves on those stems, we can just insert them just like that, all the way down to that bottom leaf. Most people will tell you to let these heal for 24 hours before planting, but I've never had any issues, especially with this succulent. So I'm just going to plant them out. If you are worried, you can plant them in dry soil and then water them in tomorrow. That'll give them time to heal and acclimate to their new pot. And I'm going to alternate here, crowns and middle segments, just for fun. Looks great. And we've got some space in the middle for a couple more. So we'll put that right in the middle. You know, I really like the look of that. This one's a little tall, so I'm going to swap it out for a shorter one. There. That looks awesome. I will just quickly repot these. You can see some of the roots there. And this one's actually forked into 3 new crowns. That's pretty cool. Really thin or curling leaves is a definite sign that your plants need more water. Another sign is if they're growing roots up high along the stem like this. So this plant could probably use a little more water too. And now that we're getting into spring and towards summer, we want to increase the watering anyways. This is also a great time to fertilize your plants, although I only do that maybe once or twice a year, and they do just fine without it. We can try to do these leaf cuttings again. So I'll just tear them in half, sit them down, cut side down, or stem side. There we go. It's like a fake succulent. I hope you enjoyed this quick update on our Crassula perforata, or stacking jade. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.